What's up, guys? It's Azure, and we are back here with week 2 of the MPL Farm League. I'm here for facing Karmic Retribution, and we agreed to a best of 3. I had a forfeit earlier for my week 1 MPL match or MPL Farm League match, so we're here doing our first match of the season per se. It's a best of 3, and I'm going to lead off with Coco because this is dark. In fact, so I got Greninja. If this is Scarf Gunk Shot, then you got me. But you got me. Scarf Gunk Shot. That's one hell of a lure. So, I still have win conditions here. I still have a U-turning Thundy. And we know now that Greninja can't do too much to, Actually, right, Bishop's not gonna get knocked out. Like, Mandy's not gonna get knocked out, so might as well go into this. Yep. A nice Flash Cannon crit. Oh, crit Spadef. That's unfortunate. Look at the T-Bolt KO here. I still preserve my sturdy, which is very important here. Unfortunate crit. Nice Scarf Gunk Shot though. To be fair, I should have scouted. That's my own fault for not scouting that. He should be getting up his rocks, right? He should be getting up rocks, if anything. I'm gonna go for Flash Cannon here. That's a decent amount. He goes for the Fire Blast. Oh man, he just stays missing. That's unfortunate. So now I'm just gonna go into Raichu. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Raichu here. If he wants to go for Fire Blast again, if he wants to go for Crunch, doesn't matter. He's gonna go get up his rocks here. That's perfectly fine. I can click Focus Blast now. I miss, so there's Justice there, but he misses Stone Age. This is why a best of 3. This is why a best of 3 happens. He's got a Chople Berry though, he's able to eat it up. He just, oh my god, this is so stupid. This game is so dumb. This game is so dumb. Focus Blast can't hit, Stone Edge can't hit. Like, so I'm able to knock out the T-Tar, which is actually a decent threat. Rocks need to go. Rocks definitely need to go. Rocks need to go. It doesn't matter if the Bisharp is debugged. I still have my Sash on this Bisharp. I'm gonna just click Surf. No need to play around this Bisharp. Also, he might be Sash, so yeah, I'm not gonna play around with it. Check if it's Life Orb. Yep, it's Life Orb indeed. So, we're going to Rotom. Hydro is the play? We'll Volt out. As he goes into Hydra here, that's perfectly fine. So if that's Scarf Gren, that shouldn't be Scarf Hydra, right? If it's Scarf Hydra, then that's just out prepping. So yeah, I get a nice U-turn on out of there. I can go into Zapdos here. I'll click Discharge because I know Discharge is not going to knock out the Mandy. So he might think of going into my nicknames before. Yeah, he's gonna go straight into Bisharp here. That's perfect. That's perfect. So 2 discharges, it should be able to knock this thing out. And I still have rocks, and I'm still like in range of stealth rocks per se to get to boost up with Mandy and stuff like that. Who to sack here? Who to sack? I need Zapdos to defog. I think Rotom is the sack of all things. Yeah, he's gonna just go straight for the Dark Pulse. I'm gonna go into Thunderous here. What am I gonna do here? Superpower? Mandy's right there. I can still click U-turn. Perfect. Alright, we go to Mandibuzz. I can go into Zapper here. If he has speed, good for him, but I'm gonna get the nice default. Actually, no. I'm gonna Roost. Roosting is the better play here, definitely. This is gonna go back into Hydra. I'll Roost once. Draco was able to knock me out. Damn, did not even expect that. Damn, that's a GG. That should be a GG. A quick Flash Cannon here. This goes into Mandibuzz, sacking it. Goes for the foul play. Like, Flamethrower, I don't know. Yep, that's a GG. GG. So despite all the hacks, he takes game 1. God damn, messed up with the Scarf. Scarf Greninja. Greninja's, oh, damn. That's my fault though. That's my fault. So, we'll move on to battle number 2. What team should I use? I always have to be wary of Psychic, so... I like Hyper Offense too. I'm gonna go with what I know. I'm gonna go with my fighting team. Where is it? I can find my fighting team if I can only find it. Here we go. Alright, so we gotta save this replay. Yeah. So he takes game 1. Hopefully we can bounce back in game 2, but that's why you have the best of 3. Because I won't let my wins be decided by one match and like... Alright, we're waiting on him now. I'm bringing Hyper Offensive Fighting. And he brings Ground this time. Interesting. Let's see here. Who do I lead off with? I'm leading off with Mega Medicham. Oh. So he's got Fighter around here, so catch these hands. Got Mega Medicham. Got Mega Garchomp here. We'll fake out. See if he Mega Evolves. Nope. Takes Rough Skin. Also, he is Rocky Helmet. So he is Bulky Chomp. Okay, that's good to know. I'm gonna click HJK to knock this thing out. That's fine with me. One less Mon the Breloom / Buzzwole has to touch. If I can just get a Bullet Punch off on the Mammo, I'm good because then Buzzwole gets sweep. This is also... he has no sand, I just realized. So... Excadrill comes out. I think the all-purpose play is definitely to go into Buzzwole here. He can't touch me with anything. That does nothing. And he most definitely doesn't want to stay in. I'm just going to click Ice Punch. Because he goes into Lando here. This Lando's going to get bopped. I'm not... Do I risk? Like, this thing is so good. But the thing is, I don't think this Lando can knock me out with anything like this, except like for an explosion of sorts. But the thing is, now that the Lando is gone, like, Buzzwole can put in a lot of work. He goes into Mammo here. He'll be Scarfed, so he probably will go for the Crashinators. He goes straight for the Earthquake. Good play, good play. Good play. But once again, I can have Scarf Rack put in work later. I'm going to go into Mega Metachan here. I'm going to put the Fake Out button. Actually, yeah, I'll put the Fake Out button. So I got rid of his Lander, so I feel like this is my favorite. I just gotta break any sashes. That's why I went into Cobalion. So I got the Fake Out damage. Bullet Punch should do a little bit more. Boom. Bullet Punch comes out. EQ. So I'm not gonna let that the Nidoqueen or the Excadrill come in for free, so I'm just gonna go straight for the EQ here. Unless he's some random custom set, he's locked into Earthquake. Yeah. Either. Okay. So goes into Seismitoad here. Doesn't do too much to me. I'm gonna go into Keldeo as he goes for the Skull. No burn. I can freely click Secret Sword here. I've got 2 Scarpers, and my Scarpers outspeed any of his potential remaining Scarpers, so I'm just gonna go straight for the Secret Sword here. As he's gonna sack his Mamoswine, Nidoking comes out. Personally, I just want damage on this. I'm just gonna get damage on this. 44%, that's a good enough chunk. Sludge Wave's not able to knock me out. So I go for the Secret Sword here. Perfect. Sludge Wave, and then Breloom, I think, should clean up this game. Mach Punch here. Yeah, that's it. It's over. So fighting able to do its job and just because nobody plays fighting, because apparently fighting is bad in this meta. But I personally disagree. I personally disagree. It's just, I guess, the art of playing hyper offense is lost, per se. I'll put Bullet Seed here, knock out the Seismitoad. And he goes into Excadrill. I'm just going to put Mach Punch twice. And that's a GG. So now we'll move on to Game 3. So we're deciding Game 3. Now what to bring for Game 3? That is the question. What do we bring for Game 3? Huh. What do we bring for Game 3? Let's bring... Where's that poison team? Where's that Nidoking poison team? Why does my muffin not have anything? Why is this balloon? This is a stupid set. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it, I didn't save my replay. I didn't save my own replay. Alright, thank God. Alright, so there we go. Second replay save, our 1 win. So, now we'll move on to Game 3, and still deciding what team to use here. See, I don't want to use any, like, generic teams. I don't want to use... Well, actually, we'll go with my own steel. So we'll go with the steel mono that I brought earlier. If it brings ground again, that would be annoying. Slow, yeah, ground would be very annoying, but it's definitely doable. So this third game we're bringing, okay, good. So we should have a decent advantage here. We should have a decent advantage at least. So I'm gonna bring Excadrill. I'm gonna bring Excadrill here. If I want something to go to bed, what would it be? What would it be? It would honestly have to be Magnezone. Magnezone is probably what I'm going to send to bed, if anything. As I lead off with Excadrill here, I'm gonna get up my rocks because it breaks this Breloom Sash. He can't knock me out with any one move. As I go for rocks here, I'm gonna click EQ once. As he goes for the Leech Seed. I'm gonna go into Etran here. He's gonna put spikes, which is perfectly fine. I'm gonna put Lava Plume as he goes for the Protect. That's fine. I'm gonna go with Harden Cradily, or I mean, I'm gonna actually Toxic now. Yep, as Cradily comes out, I get that thing Toxic. Nope, I do not get that thing Toxic. So we're gonna go back into Driller here. As he gets his own rocks up. I'm not letting him keep your hazards. I'm not letting it. Definitely not gonna happen. Still, Celesteela just puts him in the dirt, to be honest. I need to keep this, I guess, so I can prevent Rotom from bolting out, like with his bolt shenanigans. Would he stay in? No, he won't. He goes into Bulu here. So I'm still faster. Like, I'm still faster. Would Toxicking this be better than taking a superpower from Celesteela? But actually, that's Scizor. What am I talking about? Scizor can eat. As he goes straight into Ferrothorn here. That's fine. This Ferrothorn has lefties, which is perfect, so I can knock him off. Boom. So he goes for the leeches here. He's got Spikes Protect, so I'm gonna go back into Heatran on the Spike. I'm gonna go for the Lava Plume. As he goes for the Protect. I'm gonna click Lava Plume again. I'm not gonna over predict here. No need to over predict. Yeah, he's gonna go into Cradily here. He could Earth Power, but I will try to get off my Toxic. Because once I get... I'll put Toxic here. See if he goes for the Earth Power. He goes for the Rocks. And now, he might think I'll switch out, but I'll put Taunt here to whittle them even further. Yeah, I think, like, if I lose this, I think it'd be a shame, because I definitely have the matchup. He's gonna go for the Rock Slide, do nothing, unfortunately. I'm not risking him going for the Earth Power here, so I'm going to go back into Driller as he goes for the Slide. And I'm gonna go for the Spin, because if he stays in, yep, he goes into Venu here. It's ironic how this grassy, this mon with this ground is gonna put in work versus him. Magearna is not really doing anything. I'm gonna go into Mag, just see what he wants to do here. Go straight for the HP Fire. Okay, good play, good play. I'm gonna go Volting out, see what he wants to do, see if he's got Sleep Powder. That'd be some flames, not even gonna lie. So it looks like he's HP Fire Venusaur. So I don't know what he's doing, to be honest, to this. I'm just gonna put lava plume here. He has earthquake. Okay, so he's got some fucking fire on deck. Not even gonna lie. Um, he's got some fire. He's got HP fire since this EQ, like Giga Drain. No poison. No poison. Interesting. So I can't lose my Heatran. Just for HP fire, but HP fire does a laughable amount of damage. Quick heavy slam here. Yeah, Venusaur is going to be his win condition for sure. I'll put flamethrower. Yeah, this will be a lot longer of a battle. That Venu have to stall out its Earthquake, HP fire. God damn it. God damn it. Now I wish I would Steel Move Magearna so I could get that Venusaur. Breloom is actually looking to be a problem too. Like, Breloom is a problematic mon. Be right back a second. God damn it. So that Venusaur, like, quite honestly, I don't think it's gonna HP fire. But still, I mean, understandably, because you know you need to find a way to deal with steel. So I go straight for the flamethrower. It does only half. It goes for the leechers here, which is perfectly fine. I don't know if he would go for a double leech, but I don't want my Celesteela getting whittled even further. So he goes for another leech seed, but unfortunately he misses. He fucking misses the leech seed. That's terrible for him. I'm gonna go straight for the U-turn here. Take a little bit of the chip damage. This is gonna leech seed again. I'm gonna go to Magearna. He should most definitely be clicking Protect, right? I'm gonna click Ice Beam here to kind of show that I don't have it. But now I'm gonna click Aura Sphere. And boom, down goes the Ferrothorn. You risk the Ferrothorn. It's one less annoying mon, one less Leech Seeder. He goes into Mega Venusaur, yeah, Venusaur Mega Formation. I'll check the damage on Ice Beam. It does 40%. He goes for Synthesis. Ugh, if it wasn't for this goddamn... Good Ice Beam again. He's gonna go for the HP Fire here. Alright. So I'm getting this Venusaur low enough. He's gonna go for the Synthesis here. Is it better for me to have him waste the Synthesis so that he only has 4? He only has 4. That's what I need him to do. I need him to waste more syntheses. So now he only has 4 syntheses left. So I'll go into Celesteela then. I wonder what does more, Heavy Slam or Flame? I definitely Heavy Slam. What am I talking about? I'm gonna put the HP Fire, do a decent chunk to me. I'm gonna do that decent chunk to me. I'm gonna put Protect. Let's go goes for the Synthesis here. Do I need this anymore? I don't think I need this anymore. Alright, he's gonna double out in a Rotom Mow, which is fine. So I should be able to take any one hit coming from this. I'm just gonna put Lava Plume. Gonna Lava Plume off. He also has to fear my Excadrill for the electric move. I can still stall. I'm just afraid of that Breloom, to be honest. I need to have a sack to put it to bed, like to put that thing to bed. As he goes for the trick here, it's not like I'm not clicking fire move for the rest of the game, to be honest. 285 is 298. Yeah, I'm not risking like him bolting out or some BS like that. So let's see what he wants to do. But he should be sacking along here. Yeah. He goes into Venu. There's a decent amount. He has to synthesis here. He can't not synthesis here. So I'm gonna continue to try to fish for a burn. The Rotom dies to rocks. He's gonna go for the HP fire, trying to make an aggro play. But the thing is, he has to synthesis or else any of my other mons can knock him out. So now he gives me the boost enough to knock out this Venusaur. Like, I guess my reasoning for that play there is if he doesn't synthesis and he knocks out my Heatran, I'm gonna go for the Plume here. As he finally goes into the Mushroom Tip. Venusaur is very useful. We're going to Celesteela here. Goes for the Mach Punch. There's a decent amount. If he puts this thing to bed, Blue is going to be a problem. I'm going to go hard into Driller. Actually, I'm actually going to go hard into Driller here. If he Mach Punches again, that's a good play. He goes for the Spore though. Excellent, excellent. So now I can go into Scizor. Goes for the Mach Punch. Even with an SD, he still won't be able to knock me out. So now my Excadrill is asleep, and that's the mon I definitely need to sleep. So I'm going to put Rock Tomb here, slow me down, doesn't matter. I'm going to put Bullet Punch once, because I think Scizor cleans at this point. Make some damage on this Breloom. As he goes straight into Venu, probably just sacking it. Yeah, Scizor is like too much now for his team, because this Venu was the only way of damaging it, possibly Rotom. Bulu, I don't know what Bulu has for me. Real quick BP though, C, to scout the damage. So he goes for the Superpower, does a decent chunk, but with grassy terrain, like... Okay, to be fair, he could also knock me out with a crit here. He can knock me out with a crit. He can knock me out with well, I mean, if he wants to forfeit, he still has a chance with a crit here. If he crits through my Scizor, well, he doesn't want to risk the crit, I guess, because if he crit my Scizor, Superpower would have been able to kill me, and then I would have lost. So, well, I don't think, not necessarily that I would have lost, but it would have been a lot harder for me to win. But then again, I had Celesteela in the back either way. So either way, I was able to take Game 3, probably from an overwhelming matchup, I think. Tough matchup on my opponent's part. But that is a GG in my favor. Nice 2-1 victory. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.